Hi everyone, my name is Satish and I'm the project manager for CreatorSuite. Today I would like to go through how we can deploy a gender classification model using CreatorSuite. First of all, thank you all for watching our how to series. So please do like, subscribe and follow us on all our social media pages. We have exclusive content in TikTok and also Facebook as well. And if you have already registered in CreatorSuite, kindly do check your email. We have sent you an exclusive tutorial on how to build a facial recognition workflow that you can use to detect between you and your friends, or you can use it for your home security or even for production deployment. So it's quite simple, easy to set up this workflow in CreatorSuite, and we have included the tutorial for it in your email. So kindly check your email. Have a look at the tutorial. It's exclusive for all our registered users only. You can be a free registered user, no problem, right? But do check it out. So today let's get started with our gender classification. So first, as always, do refer to our documentation. We'll be following the examples under telemetry and gender classification, right? So this is the example we'll be following. Second, we need to know the properties of the model that we will be deploying. So for that, we refer back always to Netron. Netron will allow us to view the properties of our model easily. So let's wait for Netron to load up. The model that we'll be using is gender classification model under the resources library. It's a Google Net model, so just go ahead and download that. So once that's downloaded, you upload this to Netron and wait Netron to load it. So it's loaded now. Click input and you will get the model's properties. So the model's inputs and also the model's output. So now we can start with the rule chain. Add a new rule chain, create a new rule chain, gender, gender classification, right? Asian, add it, open up the rule chain. So as always, standard, we start with the input node, right? As always, this is also pretty standard. It follows by input profile and also message type switch. So the input profile node, I'm just going to name it as input and then connect it, and then the next one, message type switch. This three is pretty standard, right? If you have followed the other videos, you would know. Message type, this is also a success relation, right? So the next one will be to actually add a script node, but we already have the script called image to array as a node here, so we will be using that. We already have this built-in CS, so use the image to array node. So for the properties, you have to be careful, have to be case sensitive, right? Do not misspell. If not, the node will not work properly. So but for the name, it can be anything. So I'm going to put image to array. So for the input, it's image. We'll be using image. For the output, it's the input of the model node. So if you see the properties of the model, the input is called input. So the output from the image to array node will be the input for the model node. So this will be input, right? The size, refer back, is 2 to 4, right? So it's 2 to 4 by 2 to 4. The rest can be default. All right, so just add that in. So make sure, yeah, case sensitive, and the spelling must be correct. So model will be the next node. This is also pretty standard. For the model node, choose gender classification. It's already in resources library. And for the input, it's called input. For the output, it's loss3/loss3 underscore y. So we need to replace that. output with this, right? Click enter, add it in. So I forgot to connect this, so let me connect. So this will always be a post telemetry relation from the message type switch to the first script node, which is in this case the image story node. Then next you connect it again. This will be a success relation. Add. So after this, we need to process the model's output for classification, right? So we need to have a script node to process the output of the model. So add a script node in name. Oh, sorry, gender. Uh, let's go ahead and copy the script notes first. So this is the script for it, right? If you choose number 5, you will open up the script note tab. Go ahead and copy the script. Come here, paste it, name it as anything you want actually. So I'm gonna name it as output classification. Yeah. So since you are classifying the output of the modification, it doesn't matter actually. So this will be the node. So if you look here actually, you can see that these two variables, your class and also probability. The class is basically telling if it's a male or female, and the probability is the probability score of that inference, right, from the model. So this variable, we'll be using it uh, in the widgets itself to display the result. So you can see it's sending it into an array called result, and it's returning this new message, right? So this is what we'll be displaying in the widget. So let's click add. So it's important to take note of this, since this is case sensitive and you will need to input the correct variables in the widget. So let's click add, and then let's connect this with the success relation, right? So we are almost done now. As always, finally it will be a save time series node. So this basically saves the time series data in the database. Save, connect this. You also connect the model's output as well to the database. Let's click apply. So the rule chain node is done. Next, as always, is to add the input profile and input nodes. So I'll skip input profile and straight away go to inputs and show you a way to do it together. So click add input, add a new input, gender classification, input, right? And then you create a new input profile here. So you don't have to do it here. You can do it right here, and then right name rule chain, very important. Choose the correct one and click add. So now we have successfully created an input and also an input profile that is connected to the rule chain. So all these three are currently connected already. So the final step will be to actually add the dashboard. So let's go to the dashboard. Click add dashboard, create a new dashboard. Right, gender classification dashboard. Open up the dashboard and let's add the widgets in. Click add new widget, create a new widget. Go to the CSV bundle. First, we do a show image widget. So this is pretty much very similar to the face detector model that we have done in episode 1. So click add. So let's name it the entity as gender classification. Create a new one, single entity, input, because this is an input, and gender classification input, which we have created here. So let's add it. This one will be image, since the input is image. If you recall the image to array node, right? The input of the image to array node is an image. So this has to be case sensitive, and make sure it's correct. And choose time series. Click add. So this will basically display the image, right? So I'm gonna make it big. All right. Next, another widget. Create a new widget. Now this is for uploading a widget, send image, right? Where is it? All right. So add. Choose the same as we did before. Image again. Case sensitive. Time series. Add. You have the input. Upload image upload widget in. Just make it nice. Okay. Now we need to display the output of the output of the model, right? So create new widget, go to cards, choose simple card. Again, same. Then the question. For this, if you recall that I mentioned in the script node, there are two outputs that we need to display. One is class and another one is probability. So let's go ahead and display that. So let's display the class first. This is case sensitive here. Capital C class, if you recall. And click add. So this will tell you if it's a male or female. And I'm going to drag it here. And repeat that with the probability score. CSF, cards, simple card, add, then the classification, probability, right? Time series. So again, make sure that this is case sensitive. And go to settings, right? And let's change this from C to percentage. So this now it was displaying it as temperature, right? Celsius. Now we want it to be percentage because this is a probability score, and we can have it two decimal places in. So probably like 80.99 this with two decimal places. So let's click add. I'm gonna bring this here. Click apply changes. So that's the widget. That's the dashboard done. So let's try it out. Yeah. So let's click import. So I have a few pictures of males and females. Let's try with this lady here. There you go. So it's able to detect it's a female with 95.68% probability that this is a female. So if let's try a male and see, right? Okay, how about this guy? It's a male with 80.42% probability. So quite simple, very fast, right? And around 15 minutes you are done with a very cool example of AI that you can actually do it by yourself. You have done it by yourself very easily using CreatorSuite. So hopefully you all learned something new today on how to use our very powerful platform. It's super easy, right? Just takes a few minutes of and a very little understanding of actual programming. You can even don't have any basics in programming, but you can actually build something to show off the power of AI, right? So hopefully you all learned something really cool today, and thank you all for watching our videos. Please do register if you haven't, and I'll see you all on the next one, right? Bye bye.